What's going on? It's Kevin with Optimize Essentials, and today I want to talk to you about what happens when you feel like you're tipping over during a squat, or if you're feeling like you're leaning forward excessively. If you haven't seen my other squat assessment videos, I highly recommend checking them out. I'm going to refer to them a few more times. But a great resource to look at is NASM's squat assessment form. You can find this online by just looking up NASM squat assessment. It doesn't exactly have all of the muscles or all the issues and imbalances on there, but it's a great way to lay the foundation for that, especially if you're the health and fitness industry, someone who's a health and fitness professional, or any of those related fields and whatnot. So today I'm going to share with you what it looks like to lean forward excessively and what you can do about it. Because I notice every now and then when I have certain clients, new clients, perform a squat, they have a tendency to lean forward a lot, and in some cases their heels might even come up. So this is what it looks like. Normally I don't tell them to do overhead squat assessment. I don't tell them to put their hands overhead when doing the squat assessment. All I really need to see is for them to put their arms forward, and then everything else falls into place. You can kind of take it through experience. You can kind of figure out what you can and don't need to do. So anyhow, that's a story for another day. So when you squat with the overhead squat assessment, or just squatting in general, what happens is when you squat, you come forward like this, all right? Normally the angle of your torso should be parallel with your tibia. So don't have my markers right now, but I'll probably show you the angle, the example from, so the line from my tibia to my torso should be about parallel. And in the case where you have muscle imbalances and you feel like you're tipping forward, what happens is you come forward and this happens, right? Come forward and you come up this way. Come forward. Some people can even fold forward a lot. So what are the biggest culprits when it comes down to feeling like you're tipping forward or leaning forward excessively? Well, the very first thing you have to understand, there's usually underactive and overactive muscles. Underactive means they're not being worked, they're not performing its job, they're underactive. And the overactive muscles are doing too much work. And in this scenario, the biggest culprit that I have found is poor ankle mobility, all right? When you don't have the ability to dorsiflex, plantar flex. When you don't have the ability to dorsiflex your ankles, so when you're going down, you need to be able to dorsiflex. When you don't have that ability because you're stuck sitting in a certain position all day. If you haven't seen my video on the danger of tight calves, and also videos on what are some issues, how can you assess tight calves, then you want to watch those too, right? But basically, when you're doing a squat, all right, when you're doing a squat and you don't have the ability to dorsiflex, what happens is your body compensates by throwing your weight forward because your calves are tight and they won't let you go into that full squat. That's why in some cases when they're really, really tight, you might even see some people, their heels come up. They squat down, lean forward, and their heels come up. And a result that causes overactive hip flexors as well. Your hip flexors are your iliopsoas, your rectus femoris, your adductors, and your TFL. So those are the muscles you want to pay attention to and release and roll out and stretch out as well if you feel like you're leaning forward excessively. But in my opinion, the biggest culprits, the biggest factors that you can kind of address is your glutes, which are your underactive muscles, so your glutes, and also stretching out your calves. Once you have those two stretched and released, all you have to do is perform the squat correctly. So stretch and release your calves, and then strengthen your glutes. And then in that position, you're going to be able to perform a squat without feeling like you're tipping over. It also helps to strengthen your lumbar erectors, but also if you perform the squat correctly, you'll be strengthening those erectors already. I don't recommend isolating them because you might get into like excessive extension, and you don't really need that. You just want to address the muscles that are causing you to excessively lean over, and then as a result, you'll naturally strengthen the muscles that are being underworked because you have gotten rid of the inhibitions or the inhibited muscles. So, how do you do that? So the very first step you want to pay attention to is to stretch and release your quads. They're really tight, your heels will come up. That's how you know if you have really tight quads or tight calves. And then after that, what you want to do is you want to start strengthening your glutes so that when you go down you have a strong stability so that you're not tipping forward. And then it helps to pay attention to your squat form. So I'm going to teach you how to squat correctly without tipping over. So no more bar squats until you get this correct. A great way to strengthen your lumbar rectors and to feel your glutes work is to do a front squat with your body weight. So when you do this, you want to keep your chest out. So kind of exaggerate the movement a little bit. That's how you promote extension in your lower back. You want to keep your chest out. And then you want to focus on breaking at the hips first by pushing your butt back. Imagine you're trying to show your butt cheeks. You're trying to spread them by pushing your butt back and showing it backwards. And then from there, keep your chest up. Breathe in and draw your belly button in as you're pushing your butt back. And really focus on not letting those knees come forward, all right? So push your hips back, draw your belly button in, and then really focus on that movement and just pulsate up and down. And that is how you can teach yourself to squat properly without the tendency of leaning forward. You know, in the NASM squat assessment, they also mentioned that the overactive muscles are your overactive tight muscles are your erectus abdominis, which means your core is really tight. You sit a lot. If you sit a lot, that definitely will shorten your rib cage and cause that lean as well. So if you find that after stretching out your calf, stretching out your hip flexors, and strengthening your glutes, you still have that tendency to round and lean forward, then you can go ahead and stretch out your abs as well. A great way to do that, as they mentioned, is to lay on a medicine ball or a stability ball and just open up, breathe into the front side of your body. And then another way you can stretch out your abs is to do a Mackenzie press up or a cobra stretch where you push yourself off the ground and really relax the lower half of your body and then breathe into your abdominals. And that is all for today, guys. This is how you assess whether or not you are excessively leaning forward or if you're feeling like you're tipping over in a squat. These are all the steps you want to do. If you want some more information on fitness, how you can kind of optimize your body biomechanics, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video or to my channel so that you can constantly get updates. I plan on pumping a lot of content out for you guys to really improve your understanding, increase your awareness behind fitness, posture, and be able to optimize your body. If you guys are looking for a postural assessment program that teaches you how to assess your posture, how to eat right for your body type, and how to work out, it's a great program for beginners or someone who wants to lay the solid foundation for the fitness journey. I totally recommend checking it out on our website, optimizingcentrals.com. And that is all for today, guys. If you gained some value, make sure you like and share this video. And till another day, peace.